Good morning. It's a beautiful morning in northeast Kansas. Sunny, gonna be about 50 something today, which is pretty unusual for Kansas in December. And I got Rick coming in this morning. We are going to put this motor in the Polaris Ranger. See if we can show them what went wrong with this motor. No, our viewers. Our 4 viewers. I don't know if you can see where the timing chain dug into the side of the case there. My buddy's Brittany's batteries. He's got a trucking business. Run his trailer winch and jacks and tilt. He's having some problems, so this is what they call a diagnostic charge. So it tests the batteries as they're charging. Must be pretty low. So we'll see. We'll let it charge and we'll come back and see if they're any good. Go from there. Before we take the motor and tranny loose, we need to measure center to center.
Okay.
Because those holes are slotted. And they make a fancy tool to line that up, but I don't have it. Look at all the built material that came out of there.
goodness. Mess.
You don't want them coming loose, do you?
They hide one underneath there.
I think it's gonna come off.
Is that what you got? Just kind of not. There we go. And tight. Why did that not? Why did that not be? Oh, I got it's almost there. Aqua. You ready?
Yeah. Almost there.
I'm gonna try that one more time.
Hey, dude. Where? It's practice. I'm practicing. For real.
What people don't realize is sometimes it takes longer to clean stuff up than it does to actually take the motor out. All right, well, it's lunchtime and Rick had to leave. He has some stuff to do with his family today, but we got pretty far. We got the engine bolted back in, and I just got to put exhaust on it, put the clutches back on it, coolant, oil, bleed the cooling system, and fire it up and take it for a rip. I'm gonna go eat some lunch, and we'll see you in a bit. All right, so I'm back from lunch. Just working on the exhaust here. Get the exhaust put back on. Got an oil filter on it. Got some oil in it. Just working on bolting the rest of the exhaust together. And you know, when you're doing a job like this, just a little extra time to put some anti-seize in a few spots makes it way easier to go together and come apart if you ever need to come back apart. Okay, we got it most of the way back together. Got oil in it, coolant in it, bled the air out of the block, primed the oil system. We're gonna fire it up here, make sure it sounds okay before we finish putting the clutch cover and everything back on. All right, she runs, sounds all right. We're going to finish putting it back together and run it a little bit, run it through some heat cycles, and then we'll take her for a rip. All right, so I'm gonna try and show you guys what went wrong with this motor. I haven't seen one fail quite like this before. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are way smarter than me that have, but you can see on this timing chain guide how the chain was just rubbing on about half of that guide, except for right there at the bottom. And then if we look down in here, you can see the groove where it was just wearing into the side of the head there on the outside. And eventually what happened was it eventually just completely chewed up the teeth on the crankshaft gear, and the customer said it just died all at once on them. Well, when your camshaft stops turning, that's what's going to happen. So what we did was we figured out that the cam wasn't turning, pulled the valve cover, pulled the camshaft off, did a cylinder leakage test, and surprisingly I don't think it bent any of the valves, but then when we dug into it a little further, we found out that the gear on the crankshaft was bad, and to fix that you have to replace the whole crankshaft. So got him a rebuild engine. He had kind of wanted to go with a new Polaris engine, but they're about $6,900 for this machine, and I found out that there is zero warranty unless the dealer puts it in. So it could be bad right out of the box and there's no warranty, and that's not a $6,900 pill that I or the customer was willing to swallow. So we got a rebuilt one from a company that I dealt with before that's, I think, got at least a 6-month warranty, and we'll see how that goes, but at least you have some guarantee if it's no good. So all right, here we go on the test drive. blows over. Got a little cold here this last week. Running nice and cool. Season, and the weather's been good, so it is also anhydrous season. Farmers are putting anhydrous on like crazy. She runs good. We'll park it here where there's a clean spot on the floor, make sure there's no leaks, and look it over good, check fluids, maybe give it another test drive or two, and get it back to the customer. Thanks for watching.